Hello, this is the Progressive Cynic, and in this video I'll be discussing the insanity of the Republican position on the debt limit and how Obama needs to take this out of their hands before they hurt everyone. 2 weeks ago, the Republican Party threw a tantrum and shut down the government in an attempt to shut down Obamacare. This is a juvenile motion, and it smacks of nullification, and it's the political equivalent to a child throwing a tantrum in a supermarket, wanting to get some candy. In normal situations, the parents will just sort of admonish the child after they let them tire themselves out for a little bit, then take them out of the store. Fortunately, in this case, apparently, the parents, who are the political, the political leaders for the party, or the people who actually have a grasp on policy, who have the ability to convince their less knowledgeable colleagues that they're doing something really stupid, they're not anywhere to be seen. Boehner is cowed into submission. Cantor is just, well, he's almost as bad as the rest of the crazies, and nobody in the Republican Party appears to have any level of control over these nut jobs other than Ted Cruz, who is their leader, obviously. Well, this situation is just an embarrassment, and it's hurting a lot of people because, unlike in a normal tantrum for a kid, the shutdown results in people losing their jobs, programs being stopped, furloughs. It just causes immense ripples throughout the American economy. Well, in 2 days, a situation will occur, or could occur, that will make the shutdown look like a little blip on the radar. I'm speaking, of course, of the debt ceiling, where, if nothing is done in the next 2 days, the United States will default on our debts. A default will lead to 18% unemployment, and will cause huge disruptions in the entire world economy. Never mind what it does to the American economy. We will be a deadbeat nation, and people will either not want to lend to us, or are going to charge more interest so that they have more of a return on investment because they see it as a more risky investment. Either way, it's going to hurt the economy immensely. It will cause damage which we simply do not have any way of measuring because no one has been stupid enough to do this in the past. This is the equivalent to that same kid having a tantrum, except instead of it being in a supermarket, it's in like a missile silo, where they're in the control room and they're just pounding around at everything, seeing what they can damage. Eventually, if they hit the wrong button, well, something gets blown up. Unfortunately, Obama took several measures off of the table that could really help things. Primary among these, we have the ability of the President to use the 14th Amendment to ensure that the debts of the United States government are not questioned. According to many constitutional scholars, Obama could simply unilaterally raise the debt ceiling. He could abolish it, say, I am invoking the 14th Amendment to ensure that the debts of the United States are not questioned, the debt ceiling is now eliminated. This would result in a court case, actually several court cases, and it would likely go up to the Supreme Court. But in the meantime, things would be fixed. And, well, Obama would face a lot of political heat, but that's what you have to do if you have to prevent the crazy people from destroying the economy. I think that tomorrow, Obama should call a massive press conference, or even an address to the nation, and just make a few very important points. First, he should announce that he is using the 14th Amendment to take this crazy amount of destructive power away from the extremists in a minority of the majority of the House of Representatives. These people are clearly too irresponsible to hold that level of power, and this is something that needs to be diffused before they accidentally destroy the world economy. Second, Obama should just light up these Republican intransigent fools. He should... You know how the Republicans always say that Obama is the angry black man. I mean, he's so aggressive against them. Well, in this case, he really should be. He should be the angry black man that they're all afraid of. I mean, these people are nuts, and they say they love the country, but they clearly hate Obama more and are willing to destroy the country if only they're able to take Obama down with it. And Obama should make it that clear to everyone. This is not fiscally responsible. This is not in any way consistent with any sort of conservative values. And it's simply the actions of a group of uninformed lunatics who were able to trick a bunch of other uninformed partisans to vote them into office. These people need to be marginalized and isolated in politics until they can be taken out of office by people with cooler heads. From here, Obama should actually make a call out to the business community, who, as everyone knows, is a major donor to the Republicans. He should make the point that, look, a default destroys the American economy. And if you have investments in the economy, well, it's fairly important for you that the debt not be questioned. I mean, if you're at all a smart businessman, you can't support the Republicans. And, well, unfortunately for the Republicans, if you take away the money of these really wealthy people, their party folds up like an empty chip bag. They simply are irrelevant without their money. Make the point to the donors that, yeah, well, Republicans may want to cut your taxes, but they may accidentally incinerate the economy while they're doing it, so your investments are not really going to be worth very much, and you're not going to benefit that much from taxes, from tax cuts. Finally, Obama should make it clear that you cannot use hostage-taking in order to impose a tyranny of the minority. He should not deal on the shutdown. And he should also make it clear that the Republicans are demanding that people cut entitlements, that Obama and the Democrats agreed to entitlement cuts in exchange for ending the shutdown. No one supports entitlement cuts in the public eye. Social Security and Medicare are immensely popular, and during elections, the Republicans often actually run on a platform of protecting entitlements. Well, they're going to cut it as soon as they get into office, but the stupid people who vote for them don't know that. This is a good way to turn the uninformed voters of the Republican Party against their own representatives, and ensure that these representatives have a very interesting few town halls the next time they happen to go home from Washington. This is an unacceptable situation, and Obama needs to make this clear. Yes, he will pay a political price for being this direct and honest, but subtlety is not working. I mean, he has largely avoided being dinged in the polls by the craziness of the Republicans, but he needs to do more than that. Politics is not a game, and if you have to take a few hits in order to prevent real policy and economic damage, yeah, you have to do it. That's what being president's all about. Obama should do this tomorrow, and I think that it is the only way anyone in Washington is going to be able to solve this problem. I have absolutely no faith in the Republican Party, because they're simply too stupid to know what damage they could possibly do. Sure, their donors are going to be calling them frantically over the next 2 days, but I don't think that they're coherent enough to see reason in this. Unfortunately, this is the only option. Thank you. This has been The Progressive Cynic. Please follow my blog, theprogressivecynic.com, and my YouTube channel.